Hi PinkTractor, it's apple season here at the Brown Farm. And I just can't help it. Every time I peel one of these beautiful apples, I can't help but remember the wonderful analogy that is often made between the planet Earth, our food supply, and this apple. And even though it's been on YouTube, I sure think that this story bears repeating. And it goes like this. So this is our planet Earth, and I'm actually cutting it. I'm going to cut it into 4 equal pieces. And then, I must set aside 3 of those pieces because 3/4 of our planet is made up of water. It's the oceans, certainly not going to be growing our food, which leaves us with 1/4 of a landmass on our planet Earth. And with this 1/4, I'm going to have to cut that in half. So 1/8 of the apple I'm setting aside because this is our glaciers, it's our mountains, it's the part of the land like our deserts that will never grow food. And this 1/8 here, I need to cut that into 4 equal pieces as well. And this part right here, I need to set aside because, there's still a lot of marshes on the rest of that earth. There's parts which has poor topsoil, and it also may not have enough water, or it's just too rocky, so that's not going to grow food. And this part I need to set aside because this is where we live. It's our towns and our cities, our roads, our buildings, and our homes, and you can't grow something on concrete. And this section right here represents our public lands, that which is set aside by our federal government to preserve, and it will not be used for our food production, which leaves me with 1/32 of the apple. Now, this little part here has quite a challenge, and I'm going to cut it one more time about like this. This represents the part of our land in the United States of America that can actually grow our food. And this portion of our country is, it's faced with quite a challenge. We're told that the population is growing and we must feed more and more people. And by the way, would you please do this on less land, use less water. We want you to use less inputs, no new biotechnology, please. And by the way, we're going to give you a few more rules and regulations, but make sure that you produce enough, not just for your country, because there's a world depending on you. And then I can't stop with just that. I have to make one more slice, and that's right across the top peel of the apple. And my friends, this is the part of the United States of America that actually grows our food. This is the topsoil. And without taking care of this very precious resource, we could be in a world of hurt. And so people of agriculture, we must be very good stewards with this topsoil, this precious land that we have. But what I know is that there's a people of the world who are truly hungry and they need our food supply. They need to know what we do and how we do it, and that we must do it with great care. But I happen to believe that this portion of our country doesn't just represent a food supply, it represents national security. And so I thank you, the people of agriculture, and I thank you, the women of agriculture, because without those of us who work with this amazing industry honoring this precious resource, there'd be a whole lot of hungry people in this world.